Welcome everyone to this week's edition of the GSM's Pride Spotlight. I have a new hire with me today, Will Lewis. How are you, Will?
I'm pretty good. How are you?
So you go by Will, right? You don't
Yes,
go by
Will's
William,
fine.
even though William is on your.
Is on my birth certificate, yes.
But you do prefer Will.
Yes, I do prefer Will.
Okay, Will. So what we basically do is we go through a little bit of your life up to now. How old are you?
I'm 20 years old.
So not much of a life then. Yeah?
No, not yet.
Okay, so born and bred St. Louis?
No, actually, I was born and bred in Fort Worth, Texas.
Oh, you're a Texas kid.
Texas guy, yes. And my parents got divorced, and my mom moved me and I have a twin brother. She moved me and my brother back here to meet her side of the family.
So she was from St. Louis originally?
Yes.
Is it identical twin brother?
No, we're actually fraternal, but a lot of people do say we're identical because we look very similar.
Oh, you look similar, but
Yes.
you're not technically.
Yes, not technically.
Ah,
I don't know how all that works. I think it's something to do with the eggs. But
Is that your only? Well, isn't it something to do with either it's two eggs get fertilized or whether one splits?
Egg, yeah.
And I think identical is the splits.
Yes,
yeah.
I think that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
so,
think that's the same. Yeah.
So you were two eggs that got fertilized.
Yep.
So your dad was extremely
Yes.
Is he your only sibling? Or you got others?
Yes. I've had step siblings along the way, but none of them have stayed long enough. So yeah, he's my only sibling.
He's your only blood for sure.
Yes.
Okay.
That I know of.
So how long you live in Texas for?
I lived in Texas till I was about 5 years old, and my mom moved me and my brother back here to St. Louis, and then I went back and lived in Fort Worth by myself for about a year, and I just realized I didn't know anybody, I didn't have my friends, and I kind of hated it, so I went back here.
How old were you when you did that? Was that college or?
Yeah, I was 18, 19.
Okay. So you thought you'd go back to your roots and see what was going on down there?
Yeah, well, that's where my dad lives. My dad lives in Texas, so yeah, just kind of trying to feel out my options, and it just wasn't.
Just didn't work out.
No, it didn't work out.
So you moved here. So what high school did you go to in St. Louis?
I went to Pattonville.
Pattonville. Okay, I've heard of that one for sure.
Over in Maryland Heights.
Yeah.
It's also where I live.
Did you graduate and go to college, or what did you do?
No, I did not do college.
You didn't?
Nope.
What did you do? What was your first job outside school?
Think just union.
Doing
sheet metal.
sheet metal?
Yep. For Local 36.
Yeah, what we pulled you away from?
Yep.
Let's just jump back. What about your hobbies? You got any sports hobbies or anything else?
I've played soccer my whole life, and I really do enjoy the sport. Sometimes I'll go kick the ball with some friends. I do like getting out and being active. My biggest hobby, and also the most expensive one, is cars. I do like cars and motorcycles.
Yeah.
I have 3 of them. I have 3 motorcycles.
What bikes do you have?
I have a Honda Magna 750 that's in the shop right now. I'll bring it up to work, and sometime you can see it. I'm getting some white wall tires on it.
Oh, really?
Yes, it needs new tires, so I want to get that retro look on it.
Yeah.
I have Suzuki GS 500. It's a little track bike. That's what I use it for. And then I also have a 600 in the garage or in the shed.
What about your cars? You said you like cars.
Yes. Before I had my everyday commuter is just a little Honda. I had a Ford Ranger that I built from the ground up. Transmission, engine, everything about it was completely custom built by me. But I just had to get rid of it. It cost too much money to get into it. But I have a 1975 Caprice Classic at my house too. It's baby blue color. It's really nice. Very, very good condition. It's been garage kept for over 12 years.
Maybe we'll come over sometime and get some footage of that.
Yeah, you'll like it. And that's about it.
So, if you obviously you're mechanically inclined.
Yes, I have 5 years history in mechanics.
So, bring me up to speed on that. When did you do that?
Through all of high school, I worked at this little mom and pop shop over by where I lived, and I did mechanics there for all through high school. Like I said, about 3.5 years or so, and then I went to Dobbs and worked there for 2 years, and I just decided that I didn't want to do oil changes my whole life, so I wanted to.
So you worked at Dobbs while you was in high school then?
At the end of high school and then a little bit out, but yes.
Yeah. And you just literally just did oil changes and stuff that you didn't really do?
Yeah, I did oil. Well, I did oil changes and tires were most of what the job required, and I do a little bit of small maintenance repair.
What made you not follow that career path?
I liked it more as a hobby than I did a job. I like working on cars, but it sucks doing the same repetitive thing every single day. Oil changes and tires, that's all you get.
Yeah.
So I decided I wanted to get more into it and do more custom builds. And I help my friends and they help me with all kinds of stuff. It just depends on what comes through the door.
Yeah, trust me, we're on the same page there. I used to race stock cars.
Oh, really?
And I was a mechanic out of high school until I was 20. And then I started selling cars, but that was the same with me. I would work all day fixing cars, and then I would come home and fix my stock car, and then I was just like, I'm done with this. It's just too much.
Right. I just really I more enjoyed working on my personal car, or like I had ads out on like Facebook and whatnot, and people would bring their cars to me. I've got 2 or 3 people right now. Sometime within the next couple weeks, I have to fix their cars or whatnot. But like I like doing that and getting paid that way than doing it as like a full-time job.
Yeah, I guess you're just more of a side gig.
Yeah, I more enjoy that, yes.
So let's jump back to your first, let's call it real job, I guess, if you want to call it that. What did you do for the union?
So I did architectural sheet metal. So pretty much anything metal on a house we would replace or fix. Like gutters or downspout, flashing.
So you were like the service department for that. You were going out and fixing those things.
Yes. I was
buildings.
I was pretty much on a roof every day.
Yeah.
That I worked at. That it wasn't raining or snowing or any bad weather conditions. However, I will say I have been on a couple roofs while it's snowing or raining, and it's pretty frightening.
I'm sure it is.
Yes.
What was the scariest moment you've ever had when you were on a roof? How high were you, I guess?
There was the one most recent to me leaving the company was the one that scared me the most. I was up on, I would say, at least 40 feet in the air. It was on top of a residential house, and I stepped on some roofing paper, and I thought there was some wood underneath there. There wasn't, and it was on the edge of the house, and my foot goes right through the roofing paper, and like I fall on the edge of the house. And what they tell you whenever you get the job is if you do ever fall, just like lay flat and expand your arms and legs. And so that's what I did, and it kind of kept me from falling off. But one of the journeymen that I was working with had to like grab my leg and pull me up the roof just to get me off the edge.
So you don't have to talk about this, but we've had this conversation already. You didn't wear harnesses, right?
No, we didn't.
I just, that blows my mind.
I've worn one harness the entire, so they were supposed to give me a harness whenever they employed me, and I never received one.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Did they put you on a roof and not?
Only if there was fear of OSHA coming by, I guess. Which I guess they're going to crack down on now.
so it's more of a reactive system than a proactive system.
Well, I mean, like if OSHA comes by and sees that you're not working with a harness or anything like that, then obviously there's big fines coming that way towards you and your employer.
So the risk reward is rather risk you dying or risk being spotted by OSHA.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. Yeah.
Screw it, we won't get the harnesses. We'll just wait for you to either die or OSHA come around.
Yeah, there's certain.
It's a good job we're not labeling the company, I guess.
Yeah, I know, right? I don't work for them anymore, so it's all right.
Let's hope no one's watching. You little snitch.
I don't think any of them are interested in this kind of business. Yeah, right.
So that brought you here.
Yes.
What made you think about coming into the car business? Are you crazy?
Yeah, pretty much. That's what everyone tells me. Back when I did live in Texas by myself, I did try and apply to other car dealerships to try and sell cars. Really embarrassing, and I'm not afraid to share it. They had me do a P test, for like the drug scan, whatever. Yeah, I couldn't pee enough. Like I didn't have enough in me. And so they called me and they were like, "Hey, do you want to come do it again?" And I'm like, "No, it's fine." I didn't want to work with people who knew that. I thought it was pretty embarrassing. So
That's the reason you didn't go?
Yeah, I didn't
It wasn't
do
because you
it.
was afraid of failing the test, it was because you didn't pee enough.
Yeah, it was because I didn't pee enough. I thought it was too embarrassing. I didn't I didn't want to go back.
Well, yeah, but if you don't need to go, you don't need to go. It's not.
Yeah, I know.
I can't pee on command.
I know. I'm just saying. I thought it was really embarrassing, so I decided not to go through with it.
That's funny.
That was the only reason.
Okay, we might have to give you a new nickname now. You probably shouldn't have shared that.
It's all right.
Hey, well.
It's all
So
right.
you've been here what a week now?
Yeah.
Just about.
Yep.
I know it's early, and we will come back to you and touch base and see what kind of progress you've made. But what do you think so far?
So far, I actually really enjoy the atmosphere. I enjoy, learning more about the job and actually getting a hands-on feel of what it takes to be a car salesman. It's a lot better atmosphere. I like the people a lot more, like how we mess with each other and just have fun, have a good day overall. I've never had that at any of my other jobs.
So you do feel morale's pretty good here?
Oh yeah, very much so. My other jobs that I've had, it's very strict, laid down rules. You break it, you buy it type of deal. Like you just have to follow the rules as is. You can't speak up. You can't, do nothing. I guess it's just how it was. But I like it here a lot more for sure.
Good.
It's a little bit more laid back, but the intensity is still there to, get your work done and do what you need to do. But you can also have fun at the same time.
Yeah,
And
that's kind of the goal.
that's the piece that was missing from all of my previous jobs.
I know it's very early, and I don't want to put you on the spot too much, but what's kind of your thought process and your progress here? What's your short-term goals, I guess?
Make it through the year.
Make it to the, just keep your job.
Right. No, yeah, I want to start, getting into that process of actually selling the cars.
Yeah.
Once I get to that point, I'll have a mental goal of, what number I want to reach by the end of the year, and I'm going to try my best to hit that goal. I was actually talking to some of my friends about that the other day, and we were just, making some random crazy stuff up, like, I want to hit $100,000 this year, just.
It's possible.
Yeah, we were just messing around,
You
but
just have to sell a lot of cars.
right. No, but yeah, once I actually start getting into that groove, I'll have a set number that I'm gonna try and achieve by the end of the year.
Well, I'm going to spend some time with you today and walk you through the actual sales process, because I don't know if any of those guys out there have told you yet, but you probably don't know what the steps to the sale are yet, do you?
No.
So we'll talk about
I know
that.
Corey's gone over a little bit with me, and I have that
I want you to learn them off by
Yeah.
heart, because that'll help you a lot. It's kind of, I have an analogy, it's kind of the ingredients to help you take each step. That's not good.
That happened
A
to me.
bird just ran into the window.
Yeah, that happened to me the other day, right next to my desk.
Yeah, that's not good news. So, well,
He'll be
4
fine.
birds dead.
Yeah.
Well, we just caught a bird dying on camera.
Yeah.
Great.
He'll fly away later.
Yeah. Well, that's all I got for you right now. So
Awesome.
we will touch base with you again, see how things are going, and if you've got anything for the people at home to tell them to come buy a car from you, you're more than welcome. You've got
Yeah.
30 seconds to go.
Yeah. Come on down to Fusz Ford and I'll sell you a car.
Awesome. Well, thanks for joining me. As always, over at Fusz Ford, we can replace the car, not the customer, and I'll see you all next week.